Hey everybody, Rev here. As promised, here is the audio from the live show that we did on Twitch. We have myself and Tass and Jake, as well as Carolyn from Investigate the History, and one of my good friends, Ryan Niemiller, who some of you may recognize from America's Got Talent. I apologize that the audio isn't as clean as what you're used to, but this was pulled off of Twitch, so the audio there is a little less forgiving. I listened through it. Everything is intelligible at least, if not up to my normal standard. So I hope you enjoy, and have a good week.
Hot start.
Yes.
He's working on it. He realized it about 8 words in.
That's a good start. Well, hi everybody. How we doing?
There we go.
Oh, so thanks for joining us, everybody. I know this is a terrible start. It was such a professional, like, it looked so nice at the beginning. It's like, oh, the screen and the music, and then we appear and I talk and nothing comes out. Normally I talk and sound comes out and no real meaning, but this time it was no sound as well.
That is one thing you're known for, is when you talk, like, sound.
Just sound out of my mouth.
Rev.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. This is our kind of recreation of what we had planned to do for my birthday. We had rented a small theater in downtown Indianapolis. Those of you who were going to join us there, thank you. We had sold that theater out, so thank you for taking the time to find your way onto here and join us for this game today. Before we get too far into this, I want to take a moment to introduce everybody who's here and talk about what they're going to be doing. So as I said already, I am Rev. This is kind of my belated birthday event, and today I'm going to be playing the Snoop. So with us also we have Jake. Jake, what are you going to be doing today?
I'm going to be playing the Keeper, who is the one running the game. I'm going to be running the game today, everybody. It's very exciting.
We also have Tass. Tass, what are you playing today?
Hello, I'm Tass, and I will be playing the Hex, which is a playbook that appeals very much to the rage monster part of my soul.
And joining us again, we have one of my oldest friends, Carolyn. She is I almost said the co-host, but really she's the host of Investigate the History, Investigate the Mystery, which is one of our Patreon exclusive shows where she does a bunch of research and tells us a bunch of really cool information, and I just nod along. What are you playing today?
Well, I am playing the Searcher with the same character that I play in my End of Days character, but I have just kind of tweaked it a little bit to make it more specific to who I would be, but I think I would still be a searcher, so I'm ready to see what mischief I can get into.
Excellent. And last but not least, we have another one of my oldest friends, probably the person I've lived with the longest in my life, not counting my wife, even though we still spend the night together sometimes, Ryan and I, just to, for old time's sake. You probably recognize Ryan if you have been anywhere near normal television in the last 6 months. He was recently on America's Got Talent and placed very high. Thank you for joining us, Ryan. What are you playing today?
Thank you. A very high in third place. So let's make that very clear.
Yes.
I'm the third most talented person in all of America.
And the highest placing comedian in the show's history, I think.
I'm the actual fourth, but thanks for bringing that up, Brandon. Appreciate that. But I am playing the Monstrous, and I'm actually well rested. Originally, this was going to be happening at that theater when I would have been on the road for 4 weeks straight without being home, and would have had to rush home from Florida to get to do this show. So this is a lot better. I'm not wearing pants, so it's much more comfortable.
We had originally scheduled this for Ryan's one day off. Ryan's 1 day of rest was Easter. He gets the 1 day the bunny has to work off. And so that was why we had originally scheduled it for this day. So before we get too far into the show, I want to take a moment here we are almost at our 2-year anniversary. We just passed 250,000 downloads about a week ago, and that is all thanks to everybody who listens, everybody who subscribes to our Patreon, everybody who talks about the show and shares it with their friends. So thank you for enjoying the show. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us every week as we put out this content. There's a lot of people that you hear every week, and there's a lot of people that you don't hear from every week that put a lot of effort into this show. Of course, Tass and TJ and Jake and myself, you know us. You hear from us all the time. Carolyn is also there. Carolyn is also there. That's how long I've
better for it.
That's how long I've known Carolyn. That's the closest form of affection that I have, and she knows that it's really the closest thing to love that I feel.
Love it, Jace.
Yeah. But we also, we want to welcome our new cast members who will be joining us later in some Patreon content, Kim and Megan and Josh. But we also want to thank Rachel and Andrew. They do a lot behind the scenes. Andrew helps moderate our Reddit. Rachel does a lot of our graphic design. Lady C, who does a lot of our art, she has accidentally kind of stumbled into being our artist in residence. We also have Nix, who does so much stuff with the website. She does everything with the mailing list. She is someone who puts in probably as many hours to this as I do, and it's all stuff that you never get to see. But when you go to the website and you see how it connects to everything and the way the shop is set up, she is responsible for all of that. Also, Wes, who was our first sponsor, who takes all of those amazing photos with us and comes and plays from time to time. So I just want to take a second to thank all of those people that you don't get to hear from every week who help make the show possible. I've got a kind of a laundry list of things I want to go through. So we had discussed that there would be some new swag available during this stream. So if you go to our website right now, critshowpodcast.com/merch, there are 2 new items up as of right now. We have our Critshow dice, which we have. I've got a set right here that I'm using that you can order, and they are the 6-sided dice, and the one is the Critshow logo. And then we also have, because it's the one we see the most. And we also have some patches, some 3x3 patches of the show's logo. The password for that is Snake Eyes. We wanted to make this something available to everybody who is joining us during this live show today. So when you go to the site, you're going to see the dice there and the patches, and they're insanely priced. But when you put the code in, it takes them down to the normal price, because we want to make sure that everybody who joined us here got first crack at them. For the dice, you get a set of 4, and that includes shipping. And then for the patches, you can order those 1 apiece. So when you check out, make sure to enter Snake Eyes, and that will drop them down to the appropriate price as opposed to the one that they are listed under.
What are they listed at?
They are listed, I believe the dice are listed at $100, and then you get a 90% discount for entering the code.
Now, what if I want to pay the insane price?
Then just don't enter the code.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah, absolutely. And then really, I think the last thing before we get started is that I have been working with Angela from Nerdsmith as well as Nix on a new layout for our Twitch stream. Those of you who have subscribed to the Twitch have also discovered that we have some little emojis. It is unnamed, our Baba Yaga D6. We probably should have a contest or something to name said die. But I think it's time to reveal our new Twitch layout. This is you currently are all seeing us in our old one, and here is our new layout. So I know, right? Everyone look amazed. You all can't see it because so if you're coming in late, you will see at the bottom there we have got a little billboard that will show you things throughout the stream. It will remind you of what playbooks we're playing. It'll show you the link to our Patreon. It'll also have the code on there for the dice and for the patches. I will throw out there that the dice, we only have a limited number of those. That's why we wanted to make sure that everyone who showed up here today got first crack at those. And then come maybe Wednesday, depending on what we've got left, we will let everybody know about it on the intro to the show. So I think that is everything I've got. I'm going to shut up and let Jake run a game.
And real
Oh,
quick, oh,
Yeah,
Ray,
sure.
thanks for all the subs that have just signed up. And Julie, thanks for the
Julie
gifted subs. Holy
A
shit.
million subs. Amazing.
Thank you.
Sorry,
guys.
I'm
You're
not. I
amazing.
was talking. I wasn't hearing all the notifications. Thank you for everything that just happened. I'll read back. I'll read back over it all while Jake gives his narrative.
Okay. And I just want to start by asking, how come my name is the one that's covered in moss? Everybody else has a nice clean tombstone, and mine is old, as if I was the first to perish. So
It's gravitas.
it's ooey gooey gravitas.
Mhm.
All right, everybody. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Let's hop directly into it. So to remind myself, Tass is the Hex, Rev is the Snoop, Carolyn is the Searcher, Ryan is the Monstrous. Yes.
Yes.
And Ryan, what kind of monster are you?
I'm some sort of lobster boy after my
So
father.
lobsterman. Okay. So our story begins on a beautiful spring day. It is April the 12th. It is Easter Sunday, and you are all out enjoying the nice weather. We're already dipping into the fiction because it sucks outside right now. But not in the game. In the game, it's a nice sunny day, and you are enjoying the White River Easter Festival. You are in downtown Indianapolis on the canal. There is an event going on. It is all just sort of fun Easter-themed stuff. There are kiosks set up where you can go dye your eggs. There are candy stations. The whole thing is sponsored by Tadberry. Tadberry, the number one name in chocolate eggs. So there's just Tadberry merch all over the place, if any of you are big Tadberry fans.
And who isn't, quite frankly?
And who isn't? But I want to know what you are each doing at this festival. It covers sort of the span of the canal and a lot of the open greenery. There's a lot of space to explore down here. What do you think you'd be looking for at the Easter festival?
Oh, as a collector by nature, I think I would have to try one of every food and or candy that is being offered at this little festival.
You're gonna have a tummy ache, like pretty quick.
Know what I'm
There's
about,
a lot
son.
of it. Okay.
I would definitely be heading toward. This place needs to have a petting zoo in my mind, to be petting all of the rabbits and baby lambs and all of the other East style animals. I'd be definitely petting rabbits.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. There is a petting zoo full of adorable, fluffy creatures.
I assume I am there because I have been hired by people who have not done enough research on what my material actually is at live shows, and they want me to do an Easter-themed stand-up show.
Okay.
And because I'm a whore, I said yes.
And I think you called it your resurrection set or something like that.
Exactly. I'm gonna crucify them with comedy.
Oh,
I was going to ask you to break me off a piece, but I think you already did.
Along those lines, I think that I am probably there in a similar vein. If there is a local event, I'm usually there, like having to MC this laundry list of just random events as I stand out in the sun on a like a pavilion. So I'm probably got a microphone and an order list like, 2:15, call up the Easter Bunny and announce the egg hunt.
Okay. All right. So I imagine you're all sort of in the same neck of the woods because you all came together. Like Ryan and Rev were sort of the hired on. Tass is along for the candy and Carolyn's along for the pets. So you are all near the stage area, which is kind of centrally located. And there is at the moment sort of a lull. You're between sets, you're between announcements. The festival's just kind of rolling. When you hear a scream cry out across the canal and across this open green space, it sounds like a child. And it is coming from a little bit further off the water, a little bit towards where the parade is going on. You can hear a kid just screaming their head off. What do you want to do?
Well, I mean, I'm going to start jogging that way, but definitely mumbling something about parents need to keep an eye on their goddamn kids.
Okay.
That kid is on the escalator again.
I've been competing with kids to pet as many rabbits as possible, so I'm used to just like elbowing them out of my way. So I have sympathy.
Okay.
But I mean, if my friends are gonna go,
Yeah, I mean it is like blood curdling. It's turning heads. Like it is not just people aren't just going, ugh, annoying kid. Like people are like, what the fuck is that?
All right, I'm gonna drop my rabbit and follow.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, drop the rabbit.
Yeah, I was holding a rabbit.
And you
Yeah,
don't-
rabbits
don't put it
always
down.
land on their feet when you drop. Well known.
For the last time.
She drops it like a mic. She holds it out and lets it go.
Okay, so Carolyn's launched the rabbit and we're running.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you kind of crest this little hill towards where the parade is going on. And you can see just as you move that way, like everybody is staring kind of in confusion in this direction as you approach this little kid. And it is a little boy. He is in the arms of his mom, who is trying to like calm him down, and he's just kind of pointing in the direction of the parade and just screaming hysterically with tears running down his face. And his mom's like, "It's okay, Wally. It's okay. Oh my God, what is going on? Calm down, Wally. It's fine. It's just the parade, Wally." And he's just going, "Ah, no, monster!"
Oh, hey, kid, what did you see? What's going on, bud?
There's a monster! There's a monster, and he was in the parade, and he's gonna eat us! He's gonna eat me! And he's just pointing directly ahead. And as you
Has
follow
the
his
parade
finger,
stopped or is it still going?
it is flagging. Like it is not moving with sort of the pep that it was a moment ago. It is kind of slowed down. Everybody's like, "Oh, okay."
Is there a water station? Because I'm still out of breath from going over that small hill.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there? Okay, so that's
A
what I'm doing.
conveniently placed water station. Actually, one of the people that kind of walks along with the parade has a tray with like cups of water, and it's visible how out of breath you are, how much you need this. And they walk over and they give you a reassuring pat on the shoulder and a couple of cups of water.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to look at the parade. Like, does there seem to be anything strange, like out of the ordinary for a Easter parade, kind of in the purview of where this kid is?
So as you kind of follow his finger, immediately you can see like where he's pointing. He is pointing at an Easter Bunny mascot. He's pointing at somebody in an Easter Bunny costume who is marching with the parade and is just kind of stopped. And, you know, obviously there's no change of emotion on the big mascot head. So it's just facing your direction going,
Monster!
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to gather any additional details, why don't you investigate a mystery for me?
Okay, I will do that. 12 out the box.
12. Okay,
Nice.
you get 2 hold.
All right. Let's see. I want. What is being concealed here?
So as you kind of follow his gaze and where he's pointing, you notice this mascot rabbit. And I mean, in fact, there are many of them. You know, there are lots of Easter bunnies marching up and down this parade line, kind of handing out candy. And you know, they don't all look exactly the same. It's not.
I was
the
gonna say
same
that's not
costume.
canon. There's only one
Yeah.
Easter bunny. All right,
It's
that's
not, you know. There are just like, you know, sort of a variety of different Easter bunny costumes and people, you know, not even in like the full mascot costume, but just wearing like bunny ears and whatever. Like, it seems like this is kind of the point of the parade, is to march up and down and like throw candy out to the kids and stuff and fill their Easter baskets. But as you are kind of scanning this, you notice on the opposite side of the parade line from where you are and going around a corner of one of the Tadbury booths, you see like some white fur that looks reminiscent of these mascot costumes. But as you catch that glimpse of it, something seems weird. It doesn't seem as like artificial as everything else you're seeing. The kind of the movement of it, the texture of it, just that glimpse you catch, it's different.
So I think with that, then, can I ask where did it go? Whatever this fur belonged to.
Yes. So I think you have an absolute clear idea of where it went. You saw it duck around a corner to your right, behind one of the sort of one of the dunk tanks, but that kind of line of things is against an artificial wall. So it has run behind this line of attractions against a fake wall.
Yeah, I'll turn to the group. Hey, I saw something actually on the kind of like the other side of the parade. There's some fur like caught on a thing and something moving around in it, but it doesn't look like the fake fur. Like, it looks like actual like rabbit fur.
And Wally's going, yeah, evil Easter bunny, gonna eat us. And as Wally's just screaming, this police officer walks up, and she is wearing like her uniform, but not with like all of her gear. She's actually wearing a security polo, and she's like, okay, what's going on? Why is the kid screaming? Kid, why are you screaming? And Wally's just continuing the same tirade about evil monster, evil bunny, gonna eat us. And the cop kind of looks at you all.
Yeah, I think I would try and stop the parade. Like, ask security officer to stop the parade so we see if anybody else besides Wally saw anything. Because right now it seems like he's our own.
Yeah, okay. You ask the police officer to stop the parade, and she's kind of like, I'm sorry, I beg your pardon? Who are you? Why would I stop the parade?
Well, this kid is freaking out. He says he just saw an evil or a monster of some kind. We're just trying to get our bearings here, and all of this constant parade moving is just making it more confusing. So we need to stop it. We need to, we can climb up on the floats and look around. Give us a better vantage.
Why don't you roll manipulate someone?
Oh,
that is 2d6 plus charm.
Manipulate someone. I have 0 charm.
Cool. It's gonna be good.
Okay. Wait. That's a 5.
A 5. Okay. Mark experience.
Uh-huh.
And the police officer just laughs in your face. She says, you want me to stop the parade because a little kid's freaking out about a Easter Bunny mascot? Like little kids do. No, thank you. I'm not going to stop the entire parade. We got to keep shit going. We only have the park until sundown. Again, sorry. Who are you? And why is this your concern?
This is where I step in. I'm going to step in and be like, you might not know who she is, but you might recognize me from a little show called America's Got Talent.
And she goes, she looks at you, and she goes, oh shit. Oh my God, you're Ryan. Hey, yeah, no, I loved your stuff on America's Got Talent. You're hilarious.
Well, thank you so much. How about we discuss stopping this little parade for a second here?
Oh, look, I love you. You're very funny, and that is a good joke, because as I just told your friend, I'm absolutely not going to do that. But I like your sense of humor. It's good. But if you, I'm just more confused now, because I know who you are, and I still don't understand why you want to investigate why this child is screaming.
Fair enough. This is why I only got third. I would have got second. So
come on, bub. Let's just go take a look ourselves. Let's let them just go on. She probably voted for V Unbeatable anyway. She's not worth talking to.
Yeah, 4th place V Unbeatable, I might add.
Tass, as you look her up and down, you can see that she's surreptitiously voting on the mobile app right now for a different contestant. She says you're welcome to walk around and look at whatever you want, but I can't put a stop to the whole proceedings here because the little kid's freaking out. If you come up with a legitimate reason that there's like a danger or something, let me know. We can talk about this again.
I'm sorry. What's your name? Or is it like on her? Is your name Security?
Yeah. I am Detective Officer Sheriff Security. No, my name is
job I was born to do.
My name is Sable, Officer Sable.
Okay. Well, thank you, Officer Sable. We'll it's probably nothing. Kids freak out, right? That's what they do.
That's what they do.
It's like freak out, poop, and play. And freak out can be kind of in those other two, oftentimes.
There's a lot of overlap. There's a Venn diagram.
That's the other for me.
And she crouches down to kind of try and comfort Wally.
Oh, okay. I don't understand why the security guard isn't investigating. Well, I'll go with Rev to go check out what he saw. Make a snarky comment about doing her job as we walk away.
Yeah, I think I'll even, kind of sidle up to Rev. Like, what you think this is real shit? Did you see something? I don't know.
Yeah,
more than just a scary mask or what?
Yeah, like it seemed like Donnie Darko is not something I want to talk about, but it seemed like there was real fur, and I see all these big rabbits.
Yeah,
but it's worth checking.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Sure. So you managed to kind of navigate your way across the parade line here. It's moving so slowly for the moment that you don't have a lot of trouble sneaking across. And you get to the other side, and are you just kind of pursuing that course that you saw this thing travel on?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, as you turn that corner, you don't really see anything of note along the backside of this false wall. There's kind of an avenue between a hedge, like a line of hedges, and this false wall that the attractions are on the other side of. And right now you can see clean down it, and there's nothing back here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's kind of like some tarp and line and stuff like to set this whole thing up, but there is not a big creature or anything hanging out back here.
Like it went this way. There's like I saw that's the dunk tank, right? Yeah, this is the dunk tank. Like whatever it was moving around behind here. But
Brandon, are you day drinking again?
I mean, to get through these events, not more than usual.
Oh, okay. I trust you then. You're a very high functioning day drunk.
So. You've either had too much alcohol or not enough. I can't remember how it works with you.
And to ride that, where did it go? A little bit further. I think as you start to make your way down this pathway, you notice at some point that there is kind of a clump of white fur at one point in the hedges, as if something bumped against them here or went over them here or spent time here. Whatever that thing is that you saw seems to have shed some.
Okay.
How big is this clump? Like how big?
Like a fist-sized clump.
Like your fist, or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a sliding scale here.
That's important. That determines the size of this rabbit. Quite frankly.
I'm gonna collect that. I've got my forensic tools as part of investigation stuff. So I'm gonna collect that in a specimen bag so we can take it. And then I also have a UV light. Can I shine it around and see if I can notice anything? A trace of.
Yeah. What is it? What remind me what a UV light does?
I think it makes liquids glow.
She's looking for semen. That's what it is. She's looking for Easter Bunny semen.
Or blood,
or urine,
sweat.
It's either blood, urine, or semen. Oh god,
urine.
I don't know. I mean, this fluffy stuff isn't gonna give us anything besides that. I just wondered if I see if there is anything else here.
Sure. You activate your UV light and go ahead and roll investigate a mystery for me as you start to scrutinize this area.
Okay, I have a 2+ on my sharp, so
nice.
That's good.
That's a 13.
A 13, yes. You get 2 questions off the investigate a mystery list.
Okay. Investigate. Okay. What is being concealed here?
So as you shine your light around, you notice something on the ground. You do notice some kind of liquid like reflecting from the light. And it's not semen. Gross. Get out of here. No, it seems like saliva. And it's kind of right near like the back of this wall, like the attraction wall. And you notice that along this wall, like it's mostly blank, but there are some kind of flyers and banners every now and then. And you see this kind of puddle of saliva right at the base of a Cadbury chocolate poster on this back wall.
Okay. And I get one more, right?
Correct.
I think I know what you're going to say, but what sort of creature is it? Is it like a real Easter monster?
I don't think you've got enough to get like an exact answer off of that yet.
Okay.
But it does, I mean, you have the white fur in collection, so it does seem like an animal of some kind. Like you can get that from kind of examining the saliva and the fur. It does seem bestial, whatever it is. It's not like a costume, it's not artificial, it doesn't seem like anything a person could create. It is some kind of animal.
Okay, so I'm going to gather a swab of that too and keep it. And then I'm say, hey, guys, there's a pool of saliva over here by this poster. It looks like he was spent over here by the poster. I'm trying to avoid any semen, so.
Or something was delicious over there.
Hey, guy, there's the pool of saliva over here. You want in?
Do you want me to see if I can see exactly what it was? We're awful close to a lot of people, though. I have a way to maybe actually see it, but if it goes poorly, that could be bad.
So you said, Jake, that there's a poster hanging on the wall.
Mhm.
If I take it off the wall, there's nothing behind it or anything, right?
There's a tunnel that will help you escape Shawshank Prison.
Careful, it's a load-bearing poster.
No, you kind of lift up the corner of the poster and there's nothing behind it, just this kind of plywood wall.
Did we say what was on the poster?
It is just a poster for Tadberry chocolate. It's kind of got the Tadberry logo. It seems like, you've seen a ton of them all around the festival. They're sponsoring the event. So it just seems like they've thrown up advertisements in blank spaces.
What does the logo look like?
It is kind of a stylized font that says Tadberry, and it's white with like a red kind of broad background behind it. And so the Tadberry is very stylized, and the chocolate is just kind of there underneath it. It's not as stylized.
Okay. Tash, you said that you might be able to reach out. What do you mean?
In theory, I can kind of focus down and see this spot a few minutes ago and see what was here.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Holy shit.
That's way more helpful than anything I can do.
Yeah, just my magic is a little finicky, so if I don't do very well, there might be fire or I don't know, it could go bad, but I'm happy to give it a try.
You should do it unless you want me to think you're a coward.
God, damn it, Ryan. All right.
Does that count as a help out?
Yeah, I help through bullying. That's what I do. So.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a try then. I want to try to use magic to see another time.
Okay, roll it.
Thank every god. With my +2 is a 7.
A 7. Okay, so what is your glitch?
I think the effect is of short duration.
Okay.
That's also my glitch, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
And probably the rabbit, too.
All right, so how does this effect manifest? What does this look like? Is it just something you see? Is it something everyone sees?
Yeah, I think everybody can see it. I think it's kind of just a radius of, I don't know, 30 feet maybe, just kind of right around my immediate ear, and it's just sort of a wispy, can kind of see through it version of the events.
Okay. The area that you're in is only kind of 10 feet wide, so 30 feet will reach kind of through this wall to the attractions on the other side. So do you want to do that or limit the area?
Do it, you coward.
Because basically people going by will see a weird past illusion on the other side of this wall for a moment.
Yeah, man.
Doesn't matter to you. All right. So you put up this effect and it spreads out in a 30-foot radius, which means that kind of on the other side of these bushes and on the other side of this wall, some stuff's going that you can't really see. But what you do see is basically right where you're standing. You see this hulking biped, 7-foot tall, just jacked as hell rabbit man. It's got for the most part a human torso, but big jacked rabbit legs and human arms, but they still end in the little toe beans, and big ears and a snout with a pink nose. But it just looks enraged, and you picked a short effect. So what you get here is you just see for a moment that it is standing in this spot looking at that poster and just salivating and kind of snarling and just kind of heaving. And then it turns as if to keep moving, and right as it turns, that vision cuts out.
To clarify, jacked rabbit legs or jackrabbit legs?
Yes.
And by jacked, you mean muscular or jacked up?
Also,
they're all mangled.
Like a super muscular.
Okay.
It would be like a bodybuilder man, but covered in white fur with rabbit head and legs.
Okay.
Fuck.
The kid was legit.
Yeah, who's gonna fight that thing?
I mean, I
So-
can set it on fire real good, but I mean, it looked pissed, but it didn't seem to hurt anybody if it was moving around in the parade.
What-
Snarling at the poster is what you saw. Specifically looking at the poster and snarling.
Yeah, it seemed to be looking at the poster.
Okay.
Well, I can relate. I mean, Cadbury eggs are pretty disgusting. Like that cream. In the, ugh. Like,
Whoa.
Okay, I have a theory. What if he has he hates this company because they're experimenting on animals and he's an experiment that's gone wrong?
Oh.
I saw the puddle of drool and I thought it was like, oh, he loves their product. He's like, oh, Tadberry. Oh.
Yeah, maybe he's mad that he isn't eating it right now.
or they won't serve his kind. He didn't have U.S. currency, or he is a rabbit monster, and that upset him.
He also had no shirt, and no shoes, and that is commonly a limiting factor to it.
Oh, yeah.
But this is Indiana, though, at an outdoor event. So
So that's a uniform. I don't know. I feel like we need to find out more.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't.
We need to find out what? Could you say that one more time?
We need to find out more about this company, about Tad.
Yeah. I mean, they're sponsoring it. Maybe they've got somebody here who is an overseer, someone we could kind of prod for information. Is
Okay.
there a
Yeah, I think we.
I'm gonna check my phone because I was contacted by somebody to come in. I want to see if it is a contact or representative from Tadberry that
Yeah.
reached out to me specifically
That's fair.
to perform at this event.
Yes.
We're obviously heading in the right direction.
So as you go back through your email, you basically there are like two cinders, like there was someone CC'd on the email. So one of them is like the Indianapolis Parks Department, who is actually kind of putting on the event, but a Tadberry affiliate was CC'd in on this email as if they are involved in the bookings and setup process.
Was there like a Rage Bunny 1 CC'd on it as well?
Yeah. XX 420 Rage Bunny. No, wait, that's his gamer tag. Sorry.
Am I able to? Is it just like the email address on?
Yeah,
I can say
and-
that's a.
Yeah, and it is like it's bookings@tadberry.com.
Oh.
Mm.
So it doesn't really answer any questions about who it belongs to, but you do have a way to reach out to whoever was involved in this event.
Can I email them with something like "Yo, who dis?" or?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that then.
All right. Well,
a little more professionally, as I do through emails, but I would something along the lines of I'm just curious who my contact point is at the event.
okay.
Send.
You fire off that email, and I will let you know when you get a response. Is there anything you want to do?
Appreciate that, Jake.
Is there anything you want to do before you get a response, or do you all just kind of hang out here and wait?
I think I want to sit Indian style and just look at my phone until until it arrives.
Refresh.
I watch old clips of mine on YouTube from America's Got Talent.
It's a little bit masturbatory, but all right.
But what if this isn't?
Yeah, you let me be me. All right, that was your guy.
Well, I'm playing myself, so there's no way I'm going to sit around. I'm going to go find an information booth or a help kiosk or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody coming with me?
Yeah, I'm coming with you.
I'll stay with Ryan because I'm actually going to. I'm going to put out. I have a little drone, a little camera drone, and while I'm sitting with Ryan waiting for him to get an email back, I'm going to send it up and start flying it around this area, see if I can catch anything.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. So let's go first with Tass and Carolyn, you are heading off to look for an info booth.
Yeah, like an information booth or something.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't take much time at all. Among the booths here, it's fairly well marked. There's just kind of there are people handing out like pamphlets, like the little printed maps of the area, with all the numbered kiosks and a list, so you know where you're going. And as you approach, they're just trying to hand you one because they assume that that's what you're here for, like everybody else.
Okay. Well, Tass, I brought us here, but I don't like to talk to people. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
so
what do you want to know? Or what?
I think we need to know, like, is Tadbury local, or is it something in Indianapolis, or is it a place we could go?
Is this a question for me, or is this?
Yeah.
I don't know that you know that off the top of your head, but a simple Google search would do it.
Okay.
So I will just let you know that yes, Tadbury is a local. They are not like exclusively Indianapolis based, but they do have a distribution center here and like a small attached production center. It's not like their main headquarters or anything, but it is sort of like a satellite region office.
Okay, so I'm going to take one of those maps, but then I also want to ask a person a question.
Sure.
Okay, so in addition to these maps, do you have any information about the Tadbury company, like, candy y'all make, or your history, or anything like that? Give us. Do you have any pamphlets on that?
No, not handy. Like I can name some candies that they make, but I mean mostly this thing is for like the Easter, and we're kind of it's kind of a name recognition deal and not like educate about the product. Maybe hold on, let me see. And they start kind of shuffling around underneath the booth. I'm
really just kind of angling to get free samples.
They're like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, you can go up and down. You could assemble your own list if you just want to walk up and down to all the booths that are handing out candy, because there's probably a little bit of everything here. But here, and they pull out like a registry of the booths and start kind of just circling names of ones that are like the giving out candy booths.
Got it.
They hand it off to you, and they're like, this is a fairly comprehensive list of like our products and what we're giving out here today.
All right, thank you. I don't think this was a good idea.
No, I'm
Tass
getting
agrees.
a feel for. I say something supportive.
Thank you.
Perfect. Let's hop back to Ryan and Rev. So Ryan's sitting crisscross applesauce staring at his phone longingly. Rev is setting up your drone. And as you get it in the air, what exactly are you doing? Are you just kind of doing a general pass?
I think I'm going the direction, like, over the hedge where that fur is and just kind of in that vicinity. Like, I won't really go over where we are, but kind of a quadrant over.
Okay. Why don't you roll read a bad situation for me?
Ooh,
Oh no.
not like this.
Oh, just like this. 5.
A 5. Okay. Mark experience. And you kind of do your sweep around the area with the drone. And you don't really notice anything. I mean, one of the things you do notice is that, like, as it passes around, like, people are looking up at it. Like, why is there a drone flying over? Some people kind of like wave at it. Some people kind of like threaten to throw something at it and, are goofing around. But you don't
state.
You don't see anything that seems to be like helping you track this creature.
Not like a jacked rabbit eating a churro or something.
No. You do see a suspiciously large character in a trench coat with a fedora with rabbit ears sticking out the top, but that's neither here nor there.
That's just 3 kids. It's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, you do your drone pass for a couple of minutes and don't spot anything and bring it back in for a safe landing. And around that time, Ryan, you get a response to your email from whoever's behind that address that says, "Oh yeah, your point of contact is Theodore Tadbury. He is the
Teddy
son."
Tads?
Yeah, Teddy Tads.
Wow.
He is the like the son of the founder. He's not like the CEO, but he is kind of a higher up in the company. But this was sort of his his venture sponsoring this event. So he is actually on site overseeing things. So if you want to go talk to somebody, that'll be your best point. And it tells you, gives you kind of his schedule for the day. So you can try and figure out like where he'll be about now. And about now, he should be actually soon approaching the stage because he's going to make a little announcement about the egg hunt.
Ooh.
Bet you could really use a map for that.
Rev, if only we knew where the stage was.
I'm still holding the microphone. I'm like, oh God. Oh no. I forget I've got a job I'm supposed to be doing.
Well, the point of contact looks like his old Teddy Tad's about to talk. You need to be up there anyway. You think we should head back over?
Yeah. That might not be a bad idea.
Okay, you start heading for the stage, and you run into the other two on your way back, who now have their directory and map. And is everybody just following back towards the stage, or are Tass and Carolyn still diverting to do something else?
Did you all get a lot of information about like their new products?
We have a map, and we have of all the booths and all of the candy that they make. But I did have another thought. We never asked Wally's mom if maybe somebody was filming the parade when Wally saw this creature. I don't. We didn't think to ask if she had been filming at the time, if anybody may have caught it. I'm sure lots of people are filming it on their phones, but I don't really know how he would track that.
You could always go check the parade if it's still going on. You might find someone nearby him to see if they're recording the parade.
Yeah, somebody's there. Maybe there's somebody there for like a news channel or something who filmed the parade.
Yeah, or people who just want to have future memories.
I think
Wish
I might.
TV there?
Wish TV is absolutely on site.
Go and try and find. Go back over to where Wally was and see in that area if anybody was.
If anybody was what? Sorry.
Filming.
Okay.
I'll go with her.
Okay. So you two head back over to the Wally zone as Ryan and Rev head towards the stage.
We all slap 5 as we cross.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So let's stick with Ryan and Rev for the moment. So as you approach the stage, you can see that just kind of, it's like a county fair stage. It's like one of those metal platform setup stages. And off one of the staircases off the side, you see a gentleman who's wearing like a crisp red polo shirt that's got the Tadberry logo on the corner or on the chest. And he seems to be talking to somebody who seems like a producer in some capacity. They seem to be kind of walking him through something on a clipboard, and he's just kind of nodding along, engaged. And your best guess is that this is Theodore Tadberry.
Do you want to talk to him since he's your point of contact?
I mean, he's kind of both of our points of contact. We've both been.
Oh no, I'm here for
hired.
I'm here for Journey, Indiana. They sourced me through them, so. But I will happily go with you.
Well, yeah.
But I don't have like the Ted Masters email or anything.
Yeah, I'm scared. Well, I mean, I don't either. I had bookings at Tadberry.com.
That's fair.
That's the whole thing,
We're having this conversation like 3 feet away from him.
Teddy!
He's on his clipboard going.
Boy, if only someone who knew a lot about the Tadberry Corporation was here, we could solve this problem.
I go over and introduce myself. Teddy, TV's Ryan Niemeller. How are you?
He says Theodore, but hi Ryan. It's good to actually meet you in person. How you doing? How's the event going for you?
Good. Everything's good. Just getting ready to entertain the dozens of fans that I have here. Dozens.
He laughs. And he says, hometown hero. This is your spot. I'm sure a lot of people here love you.
I spent a lot of time writing Easter-themed jokes for this, as was requested of me. So I
awesome.
appreciate it. It's nice to have such a delicious company hire me.
I am glad. I'm about to go up here and announce the start of the egg hunt, and then there'll be like a 15-minute window or so, and then you can go back up and resume your set if you're ready to do that. If you need to get anything done in that time,
I might need to hunt for some eggs. Am I right?
Oh yeah, sure. Hey man, there's no age limit. You're welcome to get out there. Make sure you put your name on the sign-up list, though.
I'm gonna own those little nerds.
I believe it.
This is a Rev, by the way.
Hey, how are you? And I'm actually going to. I gotta use a move for this. I'm gonna use one of my moves called Minor Celebrity.
Okay. What does that do?
So it gives me hold if I succeed, and then I can use those hold for people to know who I am in a positive light.
Okay, roll it.
Boxcars. So it gives me 2 hold, and I specifically want Teddy to know me from Journey, Indiana, so I can be like, hey, nice to meet you. We're thinking about coming and doing a piece about you. And we had heard that you were developing like some new products and stuff like that. Could you give me a little primer for that? Because I don't want to pitch it to the producer unless, it's something really good, or if even something that's close to being, released. Obviously, we can't talk about stuff that you've got in the works way down the road.
Okay. Yeah. He looks at you and kind of like nods, and he's like, yeah, I love your show. Yeah. So what you want to know, like new stuff? I mean, I can't share like too much, there's a lot of stuff, but I can tell you that, yeah, we are working on some interesting new stuff. Some kind of new methodologies for crafting candies.
Yeah. Is
new,
that
new flavors?
I can't remember now, because it is Journey, Indiana. We try not to travel outside of Indiana. Is the facility that you're doing this in, is it inside the state?
I mean the kind of R&D segment. Yeah, that's in the state. That's in our Indianapolis, our auxiliary workhouse. So mostly it's a distribution center, but it's kind of my pet project.
Oh, cool.
I've been trying, I can tell you about some of the ones that I don't think worked out. Like we tried like chipotle peppers in the chocolate, because like some people are into that.
Oh yeah.
But we couldn't really get the mix right, and it didn't test very well. So we kind of canned that idea. We tried garlic in the chocolate. That didn't go good. That was kind of a weird. It came to me in a dream, and I just thought, well, I got to try it, and it went badly.
Yeah. Have you ever tried like caramel or nuts?
Well, yeah. Those are all over the place.
Oh,
here today.
Oh, I see. But you're not coming up with any new like caramel techniques.
Wait. So the factory's in Carmel?
No,
I thought you said.
I can see how this could be confusing. No, we've kind of nailed Carmel already. We kind of did that one and crushed it. So.
Oh, okay. Where is this? It's not in Carmel. Where is it located?
It's just. I mean, he kind of like points, like to the northeast. He's like, it's like a little ways on the, just outside Force.
How did we miss that giant building?
It's not he's like, I just walked out of it to get here.
He puts up a hand on a building next to him. He's like, it's a few miles to the northeast here. I mean, it's kind of a humble, we've got a sign, but it's not like a big gilded anything, just kind of a humble factory.
Cool. Well, yeah, absolutely. That's awesome to hear. I will be in touch with you via my producer. Maybe we can get in there and see some of how the distribution works. And obviously we don't want to show anything too edgy or too that you're trying to keep hidden, but show a little bit too little.
Is there a lot of edge in the candy? Yeah, I want to see all those chocolate naked ladies.
He kind of looks at you with like a smirk. He's like, I'll never tell. But he pulls out a business card.
World, is he?
He pulls out a business card and he hands it to you, Rev, and he says, yeah, absolutely. If you need to get in touch, my personal cell number is on there.
Awesome.
So by all means, reach out. We'll figure out a time that you can come by.
Cool. And I will tuck that away into my pocket.
Cool. So back over with Carolyn and Tass. You head back over to where Wally and his mom are sitting on the lawn watching what is now kind of the tail end of this parade pass them by. And he seems to he has chilled out significantly, but not entirely. So he's still a little bit on edge. He's not just like smiling and chilling, but he's not just weeping and screaming anymore either. And you are looking for someone who is filming.
Yeah, like I don't know if there's a TV crew or anybody
absolutely. There's
filming the parade.
Yeah, there's an RTV6 camera crew set up a little bit higher up the hill. Yeah, a little bit higher up the hill, filming the parade for like some B-roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head up there and ask them if we can, if they saw anything, and then maybe if they, I don't know that they'd share their, but maybe they.
Yeah. So I mean, let's have this conversation. You walk up there, and they're like, "Oh, hey, good parade, right?"
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the commotion earlier. There was a little kid and a crazy creature or something. We were just wondering if maybe you caught anything and what you.
Oh, I mean, we've just kind of had a static angle on the parade from here. You think something actually happened? It wasn't just a little kid like throwing a tantrum or something?
We don't have a whole lot of information. My friends and I are checking it out. We're share your footage. If we get a story, obviously we would that's my leverage. It's always best to announce your leverage.
This is what I might have on you. So what do you say?
Yeah, roll manipulate someone.
Oh, God.
I believe in you.
Oh,
11.
Nice.
Okay, so on an 11, they'll do it for the reason you gave. So they're like, oh yeah, sure. They kind of flip the viewing window on the side of the camera open, and they're like, feel free to scroll through, see if you can find whatever you're looking for in there.
All right, so I'm gonna go back through a time when we were screaming and see if there's anything I can find in that book.
Okay. I don't think this really merits a roll because you know exactly kind of what you're looking for, where and when. So yeah, you roll back through, and you know the focus is not on like past the parade. The focus is on the parade. So just kind of blurry in the background at that moment, you do see like a big fuzzy figure like emerge out of those hedges, and kind of stop, and like it seems like it surveys the goings on, and then you hear Wally start screaming, and it seems to startle it, and it turns and moves in the direction that you know it went behind that wall of attractions.
Okay, so I'm going, before I give the camera, I'm assuming this is a pretty high tech. So can I email that file to Ryan, since I know I got his email, constantly refresh?
Yeah, man, sure, why not?
All right, good. I'm gonna send all of that to Ryan, so by the time Tass and I get back, we're all on the same page.
Okay. You send that email to Ryan, and then what? Where are you headed?
I don't know, Tass, where should we go next? We can go back to the stage, or do you have any other ideas?
Yeah, I mean, head back to the stage unless there was anything like, I don't know, is there an angle on where that thing went and the direction it was going? Could we see it go anywhere else from there?
Was that to me or to Carolyn?
That for me, I know.
To Carolyn, but I suppose it's a question technically for you.
That was to chat. What do you think? Vote now.
Vote now. I gotta situate.
I mean, no, there wasn't really an angle. They've had it just kind of at a static, just for that like under the voiceover general shot of what was going on.
Sure.
So it was just pointed at that, pretty much that one spot.
Okay. Yeah, I think we just need to meet up with them. I think obviously this is a real monster, but it didn't just rush in and start hurting anybody. And matter of fact, even when just a kid started screaming, it startled it. Mm-hmm. I don't know what exactly is going on here, but hopefully this isn't a, kill the vicious monster situation and more of a find it and calm it down and see what's going on. So let's head back.
Okay.
As you say that,
oh no,
it kills everybody.
You hear a chorus of screams, children and adults alike. And Ryan and Rev, you hear this too. Ryan, first you hear a little ding notification on your phone as if you have an email. And then you hear these screams fire up. And they are coming from generally the direction that you were following the rabbit, behind that fake wall, kind of behind the stage area, even like further towards the corner of this venue space, where you know that there are some more booths and food carts and stuff. You just hear these screams start to fire up.
Carolyn, I think I've discovered a clue, and I'm going to run.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna give the camera back to the reporter and then just say like, "Psych, it was nothing." Again, take off.
Okay.
Not suspicious at all. That's what I like about Carolyn.
Yeah.
Smooth as silk she is.
Yeah. He just gives a. Oh yeah.
The subtlest of the.
All right, you two
Come on,
start
Colin.
running that direction. What about Ryan and Rev?
How close
And-
are we to
and
Ryan?
Theodore.
Oh.
Theodore kind of like looks up with a little bit of a start and looks that direction as well. He's like, "What the hell is that?"
Oh, we'll go check it out. If we're not back before his set starts, you do it, and I'll hand him the microphone.
I beg you. Oh God.
Now say what? But so everyone pretty much at this place knows what's going on, right? Like, or hears some kind of commotion, like everyone
Yeah.
that's gathered.
Presumably, everyone can hear these screams.
Okay. Let me see. So I'm gonna try to buy those 3 time so that they can kind of do whatever without anyone else getting over there. Can I try to use the big entrance to start my set now so I could captivate the rest of the crowd?
Yes. I wish
Okay.
you would.
All right. So what do I?
So you roll 2d6 plus cool.
Okay. So then I gotta find what my cool was.
It is. Oh, where did I put your sheet?
Is it 0? Looks like.
Yeah, it's a 0.
So I got a 9.
A 9. So on a 7 and 9, you pick one person or monster to stop, watch, and listen until you finish talking.
I'm picking Teddy. I'm keeping Teddy distracted.
Does Rev want to somehow help out?
Yeah, I think so.
For the full success.
No, I was gonna say he should just pick me so that we're both just stuck there. Yeah, I think I will help out by giving him the microphone.
Okay, you snatch
Clearly.
it back out of
Yes, out of
Ted's
Teddy's hand. Okay, 11.
11. Okay, so that brings Ryan up to a full success, which means everyone stops to watch and listen until you finish your opening speech. Now, Ryan, I would love it if you could break me off a piece of what you say to distract everybody in this call. Just a little bit. I just want just a little bit, please.
Dearly beloved,
This is a hot start.
gathered here on the bunniest of bunny days. And then I give a sermon, essentially.
Okay.
What I do.
I think that's the most effective thing you could possibly do because it was jarring to me.
Yeah.
So,
And especially in Indiana, a lot of those people felt really guilty that they weren't at Easter services right now. So this is kind of my way to present. And plus, everyone that watches America's Got Talent assumes that I'm a good Christian boy anyway. So that's what I do.
All right, so everyone in this kind of general crowd on the correct side of the stage who was kind of eyeing and maybe even starting to move towards the sound of the commotion, just kind of stop and look at Ryan instead and watch and listen while he gives his awkward
Why
Easter
I
sermon.
pontificate.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to run towards the sound of the scream, but like as I'm going, I keep like looking back trying to hear what he's saying because it is powerful.
So
And then I start unhooking bras. That's not true.
No.
I feel like we should give some frame of reference for that. No? Okay. All right. Never mind.
So I think Rev, you get there first because it's behind the stage area. You are the closest.
Excellent.
So as you approach this commotion, you can see a crowd, and even people are actually scattering away from where you're headed now. But you see this creature, and it's just like tearing up a booth. Like it just seems to be kind of going Hulk on one of the booths here at the event.
I want to, now that I have it in my line of sight, I'm going to open up my sense of empathy and try to see if I can figure out what it's feeling. Why is it doing this? What's its motivation, Jake?
Okay, roll empath.
Motherfucker. 12 boxcars.
Nice.
12. So what is the full success on empath?
So on a full success, I get a clear
Yeah.
impression of their current emotional state and intentions, and I take a +1 forward when acting on that knowledge.
Okay. So its current emotional state is angry, which you could have surmised
Yeah.
from what it's doing.
Duh.
And like kind of vengeful. Like it seems like it's doing this like to make itself feel better, like it's balancing the scales somehow by trashing this shit.
Okay.
But its intention seems to be just wreck house. That's what it wants to do.
Okay. Boy, I think this sense of like balancing the scales and it wants to take out its frustration on this. I am having this kind of connection with it. I'm going to step forward and be like, I'm going to start speaking rabbit. Like, what can you, hey, Mr. Rabbit, do you have a name? Can I call you Harvey?
Yes, that's what I was hoping.
First of all, the people around look perplexed at you, trying to address this thing as they are all panicking and running away. And the creature, it acknowledges you for a moment, like mid kind of smash, like it kind of stops a smash and looks over its shoulder at you, but then goes back to its smashing.
Oh, I saw Jim Parsons on Broadway. Please just let me talk to you if you just open up for a second.
Do you have a way to like communicate with or manipulate monsters?
Not at all.
Okay.
Just through the power of dance.
Yeah.
A language we all speak.
I think I want to use my extra hold for power of... No, kidding. Yeah, I'm going to get my phone out. Then it doesn't seem to be responding, and I'm just going to record it.
Okay.
And watch what
recording.
it does. Yeah.
You're on a World Star, this rabbit?
I'm going to post this. Your mom's going to see it. She's going to be so embarrassed.
It starts weeping and runs away.
Yeah.
Are Tass and I back at the...
Yeah, so as you pull out your phone and start filming, Rev, Carolyn and Tass, you run up and you see the same thing that he sees. You see this big beast smashing up a booth. And it seems like it's almost kind of made work of this one and looks around as if it intends to move on to something else.
What booth is it? A Cadbury?
It's destroyed now. So I think you would have to kind of scrutinize to figure out exactly what this booth was. So you can, I would let you act under pressure to try and get in there right now and figure out what that booth looks like in the midst
Kissing
of
booth.
monsters.
Kissing booth.
I just
Kissing booth.
wondering, since he targeted the poster, I'm wondering if this is a specific booth that he's targeting. If he's feeling, then maybe we can figure out what the target. I want to get in there and see.
Well, and I mean, alternatively, you can wait until he seems like he's looking for a new target. You can wait until he's not at this thing anymore, and then you can just walk up and investigate.
That's a safer plan.
Yeah, but it's up to you. I don't want to steer you. I just want to let you know.
No,
don't be a coward, Carolyn.
I like Ryan's catchphrase for this game. Don't be a coward.
The problem is, if I'm playing myself, I'm absolutely a coward, so I'm going to tell it safe.
Okay, so Rev is filming. Carolyn's kind of hanging back. Tass, what are you doing?
I guess I'm trying to gauge if it's hurting anybody or if it's just trashing stuff.
You right now you don't see anybody in its like clutches or anything. It doesn't seem like there are any injured people around. It seems like it's just destroyed material.
Okay. It's safe to say that we're close. We kind of know what each other can do, right?
Yeah.
Rev, did you do your thing? Did you get any feel off of this?
Yeah, it seems like it wants, like, it is balancing the scales. It is out for some kind of revenge. Like,
oh
gosh, I wonder, like, depending on what this is, like, maybe it, like, in setting up this thing, like, its place was destroyed, so now it's going to destroy their place, like a tit for tat kind of thing.
Oh shit. Okay. Trap it or hurt it.
I mean, it hasn't gone after anybody yet.
All right. I can see if I can try to stop it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a way. I feel like when I talked to it, it turned and looked at me, but I just don't have a way to talk to it. But it seems like it sensed intent.
As you guys are having this conversation, it was already kind of looking around.
It punches you.
It starts to bound away, like further into the heart of the event. Like it doesn't seem to really pay you guys any mind in particular, but it was looking around for what it was going to do next. It is now taken off, and this thing moves fucking fast, like extremely fast. You can see it it pops. It almost bounces off those legs, and it is quick.
Okay, but we're at a festival, right? So can I take? There's got to be a segue. Can we grab some segues and follow?
Yes, let's put that on the list real quick. Tass, was there something you were going to do?
I was going to look for segues.
Okay, all right.
But out of this
This is
scene,
White River.
not like to ride on, but just get.
Yeah, just to get away from this.
Yeah.
I got excited.
I want to segue away.
I think if it's gonna try to run, I want to see if I can trap it in place before it gets too far.
Okay, roll use magic.
I sure will. Plus 2 is
Good.
6.
6. Okay. I didn't pull up the hex. Hold on, let me pull up your sheet that you sent me.
I don't think there's any way either of us could really help him. Neither of us have any.
No, the only way I think you could help is somehow interfering with the creature or something.
Now is he running into my my sermon?
He is approaching your sermon, but I think at the moment he has not gotten to your crowd.
Got it.
So yeah, if there's some way for Rev or Carolyn to kind of interfere with its movement or something so that Tass can trap it more easily, I think you could help out in that way.
Carolyn, do you have anything?
I have prepared to defend, which is even truth seekers need to fight sometimes whenever you suffer when you kick some ass or protect someone. I don't think we're attacking.
No, not at the moment.
I assume you don't have bear trap anymore.
My other character has a bear trap. No, I have. I've got like a bunch of forensic tools. I've got evidence collection and geolocation and software and stuff. But
I realize this could go bad for me and my equipment. But could I try to like whip out the drone and like clip its foot or something?
Yeah.
Then we could have a lucky rabbit's foot.
So big.
And it's enormous.
So much luck.
Yeah, roll help out.
7.
Oh my
7.
god.
Okay, so you grant Tass the +1, but you expose yourself to trouble or danger.
Yeah.
So as this thing's running, it seems like it's going to outpace Tass's magic. He's kind of gathering the components to cast, and it's taking too long. And you just like hurl with one hand, hurl the drone with the other hand, accelerate it with its remote control, and it gets under this thing's feet, like kind of between its legs, and it trips it up for a moment. Like it doesn't hit the ground, but it kind of stumbles and shudders. The drone takes kind of a hard fall from this.
Yeah.
Like it lands on the ground. It's not just, it doesn't explode, but it hits the ground hard. But the rabbit, in this moment that it's kind of held up, it does look back over the shoulder at you again. So this is twice that this thing has kind of has made eye contact with you directly. But it buys Tass the moment that he needs. So what is your glitch, Tass? Parker, please stop.
Oh boy.
I feel like this is a scene from Spy Kids, like someone whipping out a drone and throwing it as they control it and it trips up the bad guy.
Yeah, right.
I'm just happy Spy Kids was referenced on this program.
Thank you and good night.
I suppose the effect is weakened.
Okay. All right. So what does your trap look like? What does this look like? How does it manifest?
Trap. What would my trap look like? So what it manifests as is a portal opening directly over the target, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dice waterfall out to press this thing to the ground.
Okay. Now, are these illusory? Are these real dice? Do you have an infinite dice production system at your fingertips?
They're loose, they disappear after they were kind of scatter, but
so they're conjured.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have too much power if they were real. It couldn't.
Yeah. You open your little portal and dice start pouring out and kind of avalanching this thing, but it's not as many as you want it to be. It creates this kind of dice muck around it, this miasma, and it is still moving, but it is clearly trying and struggling to get through this like torso high, like chest high pile of dice. What do you guys want to do? You've got it, at least for the moment, it's not getting away, but you know that it's not gonna hold it forever. It is too weak.
I suppose I could try. I don't know if this works with monsters, but I do have a spell to try to communicate with something that I don't share a language with. Does that apply to this situation or not, since it's the monster?
I mean, I think you can communicate with it. You can't roll manipulate against it.
Sure. Okay, I suppose I want to try that.
Okay, give me another use magic.
Oh, thank every god. That's my boxcars. So 14.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, you kind of understand. Something lines up in your brain, and you know that you have an open channel of communication with this thing.
Hey, man, we're not trying to hurt you. What's going on here?
It kind of looks around confused at this, and it's kind of sniffing the air, which is a little bit adorable with its little bunny nose. And it turns to face you, and it looks confused. And Rev and Carolyn, you kind of hear it squeak, make little high-pitched squeak noises, but Tass, you hear the language of the rabbit. As it says,
with the body of a rabbit and the head of a rabbit.
Who are you?
I'm Tass. We are fairgoers. We're just trying to keep everybody safe. And if you have a justified reason for doing this, I will help you wreck shit.
It just kind of, it's looking around, at the pile of dice around it and at what's going on. And it just goes, Tadberry.
Yeah, they're kind of gross. What did they do?
They made me.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm.
That's how I am with my parents. You made me.
Okay. Wow. How? What did that look like, Hoss?
And he seems like he's trying to think, and it says, can't remember. Accident?
Oh, okay. Well, why do you want to hurt their stuff?
Kill Tadberry.
Oh no, we can't do that. Maybe we'll find you somewhere.
Kill Tadberry. And he starts trying to fight against your dice thing again and move into the midst of everything. Ryan, certainly at this point,
I've gotten the crowd into a frenzy.
they're all
rabbit killing
all
frenzy
singing together. No, what have you been doing with the crowd? I mean, they're enthralled as long as you want them enthralled, but how long is that? What are you trying to get them to do?
What am I trying to get them to do?
I mean, if the answer is just keep paying attention to me, then you've already got that done. Is there anything else you're trying to do?
Now, does this ability allow me to kind of have them be my minions to do something? Obviously not mind control, but does it just keep their attention, or can I actually make them do something?
So at its core, this just kind of keeps their attention. But if you wanted to try and get them to do something, it would merit another, probably just a manipulate someone roll kind of for the crowd to see if you can convince them to take an action. And, it would be something normal. If you were take up arms and fight the rabbit, probably they still wouldn't want to do that for you. But if you were get the hell out of here, then they might.
Okay, what if I want them to make a human shield? Protect me from the rabbit, because I see the rabbit coming, and I'm a celebrity. All right, I'm important, so I can't be attacked by this rabbit.
You'd have to make a really good offer for why this was a good idea for them, I think.
Because in a world post rabbit monster, we're gonna need laughter, Jake. I'm an essential business. All right.
Yeah, I don't think they will make a human shield for you. I don't think anybody will put themselves in mortal danger.
Just
almost
like real
no matter
life.
What you offer.
Just like real life, no one will do that for me.
I would do that for you.
Thank you, Tass.
You're welcome.
I'll just keep their attention. I kind of see what's happening with the dice thing, and so I guess I can kind of try to convince the people to go elsewhere to listen to me. I'm basically a cult leader now.
You're trying to shepherd them with you, like out of this area.
I'm Pied Pipering my way away.
Okay. That I don't even think warrants a manipulate someone roll, because as this effect, they're on your hook until you stop talking. So I think if the hook moves, they're like, oh, I want to hear what this guy's got to say. And they just kind of follow along. Where do you take them?
Trying to scan, this might be a question you can't answer. Like, what's relatively safe in that area? Like, what is, what else is around the general stage area? Because I assume the stage is just sort of like an open air stage. So there's not really a backstage or anything like that.
Correct. And it kind of just looks out onto an open air, pavilion, just a grassy hill, basically, where people can.
Well, we're not going over the hill. That was very tiring.
So, I mean, I think the safest is going to be kind of outside of the bounds of the festival, because it all kind of looks in on this big open area where the parade moved through and stuff. If you could get them across the canal, that would be a pretty good barrier.
That works for me. Is there a Buffalo Wild Wings over there?
Oh, I'm trying to think. Is there a Buffalo Wild Wings over there? I don't think there's a Buffalo Wild Wings on the canal.
Is there a spaghetti factory or a?
There is a spaghetti factory pretty close. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to walk them to the spaghetti factory.
Okay. Ryan removes himself from the remainder of the scene.
Well, for now, I'm keeping them safe. All right, we're gonna get spaghetti factory.
Get to the spaghetti factory.
I'm very hungry.
Into the spaghetti factory.
Do you call ahead?
I do not.
Okay. They're gonna hate this.
Need a table for 76, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Ryan starts walking everybody across the bridges over the canal towards the spaghetti factory.
The traditional Easter meal.
Yeah.
So back to the other three of you. This rabbit's kind of pulling at this pile of dice, and they seem to be as it gains a little bit of ground, they are, kind of reaching the edge of their extant region and disappearing. But it does see kind of into the area beyond the stage, and it seems to notice that everyone's leaving, everyone, and it's kind of struggling in that direction of the crowd. But so it can't keep up.
When Tass was talking, did we hear Tass talking, or did we hear him making rabbit noises?
Tass?
They heard me hearing rabbit noises, but literally I have just been counting the moments to start screaming, "Save Tadberry! He's after Tadberry! He's gonna kill him!"
Oh, he's here! We just talked to him. I've gotta go. Turn and run towards the stage where Tadberry was.
Okay.
Well, isn't Tadberry following me to the spaghetti factory?
Tadberry, he is part of the group. Yeah, he is part of everyone.
I'm joining, so it's a party of 77 now.
Oh,
okay.
Pissed.
All right. How do you go? Do you pass by this rabbit at all?
No, because it's marked me twice. I think I go the other way around the stage.
Sure. It will take you longer than to catch up to them, because the short course is the one the rabbit's trying to take.
Oh, but not with the segways.
You're on the grass.
Yeah.
You're out in the middle of a big field.
We don't have the all-terrain Segway tires.
You've got it. Your fastest course.
The Bajas on yet.
Your fastest course to the Segways is also past the rabbit, because they are along the canal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I think I've got to then. I don't want to take the long way just to see the rabbit beat me there.
Yeah. So give me an act under pressure, just to kind of move past its threatened space. Oh man.
If anybody knows what that logo is.
Yay.
I got 2 of them. That would be a solid 2.
All right.
A solid number 2.
So yeah, you try to make your way through
Finally.
Kind of the avenue that the rabbit is trudging through, and you're pretty sure that you're outside of its reach. You try to stay outside of its reach, and despite the clear effort that this thing seems to be under to move, as you kind of move into the corner of its eye, it notices you again, and with remarkable speed and like a strength that you didn't think it had, despite these dice, it kind of darts that direction. And its feet don't move a lot, but it's very tall and it's got long arms, and it reaches out and it just kind of grabs onto your shirt and yoinks you, like stops you as you're moving, and has you.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
Can I help him? Can I save him, or can I try?
Yes, absolutely. What do you want to do?
Okay, because the rabbit has not made me at all. He's seen Rev and Tass, but he's not seen me or me.
I mean, he's probably like seen you, but he doesn't seem to have really like acknowledged you in any capacity.
Okay, so as the rabbit's going toward Rev, here's what I want to do, because I have a heavy flashlight. That's one harm. I don't know if this will. So I want to jump up onto the table next to the rabbit, take my flashlight, and I want to jump and try and the back of it.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Through the forest.
Yes. What is your? I need to know which move we're triggering. So are you trying to do this to like free Rev or just to hurt the rabbit?
I want to knock the rabbit out because I feel like we have elimination, but he's moving around so much. Like we need to slow all of this down. I want to knock the rabbit. Is what I'm trying to do.
Okay. I think I am going to call this a protect someone.
Okay.
So roll 2d6 plus tough.
I have a -1.
I feel safer already.
Oh shit. 6.
A 6. Okay. Mark experience.
I'm sorry, Rev. I tried.
Fortunately, I think the ramification for a failed help out is you make the situation worse.
Did you say you got a 6?
I got a 6.
Can I try to help out by like focusing down to just get like one last burst of dice waterfall to like slow it a little bit so she has a better angle?
Yeah, roll help out.
Okay. Whew, 7.
7. Okay. So that gives a +1 to Carolyn.
So now I have a 7.
Yep, and it exposes Tass to trouble or danger. So with a 7 on protect someone, you protect them okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So you run in and you kind of do this cool leap off a table, the raid style, and go to bring your flashlight down on the bunny to stop it from attacking Rev, and it tosses him aside and grabs you instead, just kind of out of the air as you bring your flashlight down towards it, which it struggles with some because a new cascade of dice, just like a few pathetic dice fall out of it and weigh it down a little bit more, but it manages to get that hand on you and has you in its clutches instead. Rev, you are lying on the ground a few feet away where it has tossed you, and Tass, you are still a bit of a distance away.
Might I suggest joining me at the spaghetti factory, Tass?
A logical and responsible option.
As the rabbit's holding me, is the hand that my flashlight's in, can I still be hitting it?
Yeah, go ahead, roll kick some ass.
Okay.
Oh my god, nice.
Which is also a -1.
No, don't worry.
That's a 1.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You actually tear your rotator cuff on your arm.
Okay. All right. I mean, on a failed kick some ass, you suffer harm or capture. So I think what's got to happen here is that the rabbit finally breaks loose of this dice muck prison. It manages to stop you. It kind of wraps you up in both arms, preventing you from hitting it with the flashlight. And it starts to take off, and not in the direction of the crowd anymore. It seems like it is bugging out with Carolyn in hand.
Oh, it's going with me? Oh,
it is taking you, yes. Rev or Tass?
Boy, I don't like this. Can I was hoping to kind of spare this thing, but I'm gonna pull out my gun, I think, and try to shoot it in the leg so it will drop her.
Okay. Roll kick some ass.
Do you want kick some ass or protect someone?
No, that's good. Yeah, do a protect someone.
I mean, it doesn't make the roll any better.
Yeah. Actually, I don't even think. I think this is an act under pressure.
Okay.
Because it's not trying to hurt you. It's outie here.
Okay.
So I think this is more a can you land the shot as this thing books with its essentially super speed away.
7.
A 7. Okay. So you can clip this thing in the leg. And it will either drop her. Let me think here. It will either drop her but get away scot-free,
Mm-hmm.
or it will hold on to her, but it will leave a blood trail that you can follow.
I think it gets away.
Okay.
I think it gets away.
So you fire a shot into this thing's haunch, and it lets out just kind of a little yelp, but it keeps booking, and you lose sight of this thing. But what you do see is a clear trail of blood that it is leaving behind. By now, I think it is safe to say that Ryan has led the crowd to the spaghetti factory.
Yes, as I do.
And are you dropping them off and making your way back?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna advance time a little bit here. Not a lot, just enough that Ryan gets back.
Hey guys.
to find the two of you. And Carolyn, this thing, it's moving quick, like so quick that it's like you're in a car, like it's a blur going by around you, unless you kind of focus on a landmark, and it takes you sort of through the city. But it seems to be moving so fast that nobody else even really has time to notice it. And it takes you into an industrial park, and specifically into a warehouse where once inside, it just kind of tosses you on the ground against a stack of pallets.
Okay, as soon as I'm on the ground, I'm going to grab my Rev.
Sorry, you're going to grab your what?
My phone.
Okay.
And share my location with Rev.
Okay. Roll act under pressure.
Okay.
To be quick enough on the draw with this phone. 7. All right. So you can get your phone out and you can share your location. But I think the result is just that it notices and you get it done, but it takes your phone away. And it seems to just toss it somewhere else in this warehouse. But you know that you managed to drop a pin to get your location popped off for them. And Rev, as Ryan approaches and you kind of are examining this blood trail, you get a text from Carolyn basically saying that Carolyn wants to share her location with you, and you can see that it is blocks from here. Not extremely far. What would be a several minute trek for you, but seems to have gotten done in 45 seconds.
Oh wow.
But looking at the pin on the map, Google Maps lets you know that it is a Tadberry warehouse in an industrial park just a couple of miles from here.
The Critshow is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritShow.